Welcome to BodyBags. I'm your Thursday reviewer, Chris, from Chris B Movies. Now you know my name is Chris, and you know I love B movies. Now this is a very interesting film. It's a bit of an artsy film. It's an Italian film with subtitles. So if you want to watch this, you got to do some reading, guys and girls. But it's a very artsy film. It's a film from 1969 from Pier Paolo Pasolini. Now, if you don't know who he is, you may have heard of the movie Salo, the 120 Days of Sodom, which is a very sick and disturbing film on fascism and, well, a lot of other bad things like feces. Pasolini is really big on fascism and feces, which in these couple of films play a big role, as well as pigs play a big role in this film as well. The film is titled Porcile, which translates into pigsty. Now, it's a film with two stories. One story is in a wasteland area. We see this cannibal who you come to learn has killed and eaten his father, and he had a lot of joy in doing that. So it shows him in this wasteland, basically consuming every living thing he can find. A butterfly, which he grabs and he puts in his mouth and he consumes. A snake, which he kills with a rock and then eats raw. And any other humans he comes across, he will kill. Chop their heads off, throw it in this, volcano, and then he'll consume the rest of the body. Very interesting. So that's one of the stories. Okay. The other story is that of Julian. And Julian is about to get married. But he's 25 and she's 17, so he has to wait until she's the rightful age in order to marry her, but he really does not want to marry her. He seems to have pressure put on him by his family to marry this girl, and even though she's beautiful and she's vivacious and matches him in wit and intelligence, he still has no desire for marital relations with a human. Instead, he takes joy in laying down with pigs in this big pigsty. He's sexually attracted to pigs. So you have two stories of consuming, and then at the end being consumed. There's a lot we don't know about Julian, but he's a very deep thinker. His father has this kind of really big Hitler complex, but he's a post-war war hero, so to say, who is now an industrialist and, like I say, has this real Hitler complex. And he's trying to figure out who his son truly is. But Julian really doesn't let on to who he is. There's a one point where Julian goes off, and when he returns, he goes into this coma state. This almost self-imposed coma, which I found very interesting. And then automatically he comes to, and the woman he was supposed to marry shows up and says, well, I'm marrying somebody else. And he shows no emotion in that. Where he's like, well, have fun in your lifetime. And I will in mine. There's no regrets. Go off, get married. But she really is in love with Julian. But Julian, again, does not believe in human relations. He instead is infatuated with pigs. He consumes the love he has for pigs and making love to pigs, and again, cannibal tendencies that's implied, but we really don't know because we never really see. So you have two stories about consuming, and then at the end, when they meet their fates, they thus are consumed by those creatures around them that they have consumed, but it wasn't implied they consumed. It's a very interesting story, very artsy story. There are scenes where there is just two naked people, a man and a woman, and you see the wind gusts in the background, And it's a very artsy scene, as you see in a lot of art films. When Julian and the cannibal meet their fate, it's very disturbing but yet beautiful at the same time. And you would have to see this to really find out, because words will not be able to do it justice. You would really have to see the movie for yourself. I got this copy of it from Water Bearer Films, and they did not really do a good job with this one. It's very grainy, scratches everywhere, and from scene to scene, it will go into a black screen, then go to the next scene, go into a black screen, go to the next scene. Then it goes to a black screen with colors popping up everywhere, and then goes to the next scene. I think they really tried to revamp this the best they could, but really maybe didn't have the materials to do it. That's why I'm thinking Criterion would do this film justice. And I think would come up with a better presentation of this film. Even so, it did not take away of the enjoyment of this film. Like I say, it's a very artsy film. It deals a lot with fascism, pigs, feces, that Pasolini represented in Salo. It's a film that if you're not into artsy films, not into films with subtitles, don't appreciate the art and small little things, you might not get an appreciation for this film. Because, you know, for an artsy film, it does seem pretty long. It's 99 minutes. But for me, I enjoyed it from beginning to end, because I have a lot of patience with films, and I have patience with arts, and I think that some of the scenes were beautifully shot, and were beautiful, artistically. There's a lot in this film. This is a film that is good to read for repeat viewings, because you might find something new each time you watch it. It's kind of one of those films. I appreciate it for the art, and the acting was stellar by everybody involved. And I think Pasolini maybe wants you to come up with your own interpretations of the film. Kind of like David Lynch does with his films. And I think whatever interpretation you come from it, you're right. You're right in your interpretation. But I really enjoyed the film. You know, I watched from beginning to end. It never got old for me. And like I say, if you're not into really artsy type films, if you don't have any patience with films, you might want to stay away from it. But if you're like me, who has patience with films, enjoys the art in film, and enjoys a little bit of everything, as far as artistic value in a movie goes, you will find enjoyment of it. 5 being tops, 1 being the worst ever. I definitely give it a 4. I enjoyed this film. I really did. I enjoyed it. And after seeing Salo, I got more of enjoyment from this film. Because I'm almost getting to the point where I understand Pasolini. I have to watch some of his other films, like The Hawk and Sparrow, Love Letters. But I got a real appreciation for this film. And I'm starting to get to know him a little better. It's like being a friend for the first time. Getting to know him in his style. And I appreciate his style. So anyways, thanks for watching. If you want to watch an oft-forgotten Pasolini film, pick up Porcile. This is probably the only edition you can get right now. It's not on Blu-ray. Maybe if you have a region-free play, you might be able to get other regions, maybe from Italy or Germany. But, yeah, the quality on this disc isn't the best. I will say that much. But at least they preserved the film for us to see, so God bless them. Anyways, thanks for watching, and check out my other BodyBags reviewers, because they are awesome, they kick ass, and you never know what they're going to bring to the table, something new and refreshing. And check Crispy Movies out next Thursday for another film. Whatever it may be, it will be fun, because that's what we do. We have fun here. So anyways, check out those late night horror movies. Put on your latest Fright Rags. I happen to have a Wing Wing shirt on. But don't forget to tune in to another episode of BodyBags. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.